Now we are live from Kealakekua. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. Every person here is an important thread on the wheel of life, an important thread in the web of our communion. And so this morning at the New Thought Center, you are welcomed to be with us and to enjoy, first of all, a moment of quiet and meditation so that we can bring ourselves together in a very heartful space. In the yoga tradition that we're going to hear more about today, we have a sacred word, a sound, a seed syllable, Om, A-U-M. And that Om, Ah, is chanted in the belly and in the lower pico, in the pelvic floor. In Hawaii, there are 3 picos called the triple pico. And there's a meditation where we breathe into that lower part, and that's Ah. In the heart, we breathe into the ooh, the feminine essence, the opening of our unconditional love for one another. And then in the head area, in the upper soul, in the Aumakua realm, we honor the marriage of all the different spirits and energies and people. And so for our meditation today, I invite us to Om together 3 times, beginning with an ah sound in the belly, an ooh sound in the heart, and then the resonance of let's just do that together before we start. Humming in the head area. Notice how that calms us down to our heels, to our toes, and with each other. So 3 ohms, very deep. We'll just go for it and make this our prayer to open our wonderful Yoga Nidra session. Inhaling. Big inhale, take the mana in. Relax, and let's do the last one. Close our eyes for a moment for the fourth part of the Om, which is the silence. And gently open your eyes. This beautiful space among beautiful people and friends. So, time for our reading. Is that next? Yeah.
The reading for today comes from the Science of Mind magazine, and it's called Squeaky Wheel. You cannot be afraid to speak up and speak out for what you believe. You have to have courage, raw courage. And that was written by John Lewis. Intelligence will always flow through us when we provide the right condition. Ernest Holmes, This Thing Called Life. And he writes, my partner grew up in a household with many siblings and a father who believed that the earlier you got a job, the better. So his adolescence was filled with paper routes, bagging groceries, and scooping ice cream. At 16, he saw a help wanted sign in a local hardware store. With his father's encouragement, he applied. Weeks passed without a response, yet when he passed the store again, he saw the sign still posted in the storefront window. He walked in and asked what was wrong with his resume. They replied that they didn't take the application seriously. He seemed too young, small, and slight to be capable of stocking and lifting inventory as well as developing the knowledge to be of necessary help to customers. He told them they were wrong. They took a chance, hired him, and he served them well throughout his high school years. His father taught him that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. This idiom commonly means that someone who complains or causes problems is more likely to receive attention or help than someone who stays quiet and does not cause problems. But the adaptation his father instilled was that unless you learn how to speak up for yourself, then nothing will change. Be a squeaky wheel when necessary. Speaking up with intention about something we do not agree with can make us feel vulnerable and frightened. But by remaining silent, we remain afraid. It is better to speak. Some of history's best squeaky wheels helped open doors previously closed to civil rights, racial justice, fair trade, and educational equity. And in every generation, more squeaky wheels are needed. Let us set expectancy that by doing so, we open doors to solution. And here's the affirmation. I'll speak and then repeat after me. By speaking up, I open up to greater self respect.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Margie. So, a song? Good time for a song? I'll introduce the New Thought Center when you're done.
She wants to dance back. I see that. We got a little one in the back wants to boogie. Okay, we'll give you something to dance with.
So, I'm going to be out of breath. We were dancing in the back. Next time we'll have to turn the camera around so people at home can see there's some beautiful dancers back there. And beautiful music. Thank you, Mahina and Randy. Big round of spiritual applause for you all. Thank you so much. This is the New Thought Center of Hawaii. Oh, thank you, Jeff. And thank you, Jeff, for being here. There's such a great team that puts these events together that I'll say more about later, but just thank you, big thank you. And thank you for being here in Hawaii in this beautiful space where the spirits literally dance and sing from the land itself, from the trees and the rocks, and you can feel it. And so I welcome you to learn more if you don't already know about the New Thought Center. It's a place, and we actually just changed the description here recently. It is, I'm supposed to say my name first. It is Maria Mann. Welcome to the New Thought Center. We are people of all faiths, all traditions, all cultures, all colors, all odors, all planets, all dimensions, and all parallel universes, past and future, and all the resonant quantum fields that we are all a part of. We have decided at New Thought Center that we're here to love you unconditionally, no matter where you're from, no matter what dimension you're operating in. And I think that's really the beauty of this center, that we invite in all people. We unconditionally love you. Can you say that with me? We unconditionally love you. Thank you. And we also celebrate a oneness of spirit, but we are not celebrating oneness of breath. So we invite you to keep your masks on during the service, even if you're coming up to speak. And Ambika and myself up here are able to take off our masks because of social distancing. So enough said about that. So would you like to do another song, or let's go right into the presentation? Let's do that. Yeah. Okay. Ambika is an amazing goddess, yogini, who arrived here on the shores of Hawaii. Her name means mother. It means goddess of the moon. It's life giver. It's priestess. And she received that in 1977 from one of her gurus. And I'm sure maybe she'll tell us more about that. But it's really a pleasure that someone who has studied so much around the world, she's been to Indonesia and Bali and India, and even taught in India with Amrit Desai, and just done some amazing things. So without further ado, we would like for you to present your best self and your soul to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. I really appreciate your inviting me to be here today. And I know about half of you, and the other half, welcome. It's nice to meet you. I've been on the island 37 years, not as much as Mahina, but I feel like this is my home. And I recently moved back from the mainland to my farm on Napapo Road. So it feels like I'm regrounding into Hawaii. And part of that is the practice of Yoga Nidra, which I've done for quite a few years. And I basically invite you to read about me in the newsletter. And I think I'll speak mainly about Yoga Nidra. So I made a little chart here. One aspect of Yoga Nidra is that it takes you down through brain waves. So in our everyday life, we tend to be in beta, and we got a lot going on, and the mind's coming in and out, and this, and then all of a sudden you'll get a thought, and it'll associate to that, and lots going on. And when we start breathing and relaxing, you can feel the mind slowing down, calming down. Now, in Yoga Nidra, we take that to a further aspect where we invite ourselves to stay awake yet relaxed. Awake yet relaxed. And this is an art. We call it the art of Yoga Nidra. Yoga means union. Nidra means sleep. So it's reaching union through a sleep meditation. The nice thing about it is that everybody in this room can do it. It's a little more challenging for the 2-year-old, but she can have her own aspect of it. Yeah. And then you can do it any place, any age, any place. I have it on an app on my phone. So flying, not good while you're driving because you might go into a sleep state, but flying around, waiting in lines, you can do yoga nidra wherever you are. And you can do it horizontally, you can do it sitting, you could do it standing, though we tend to hold ourselves a little tighter. So sitting or lying down. The idea is to make yourself supremely comfortable so that you can allow the body to completely relax and let the mind take a back seat. So as we go down from alpha into theta is the dreaming sleeping state. And Yoga Nidra developed a number of techniques, maybe 6,000 years ago, maybe more, to slowly bring you down, down, down. And today we'll do a Yoga Nidra. And has anybody here done Yoga Nidra before? One person. Okay. Well, you've gone to sleep, so you know what that is. And so you get so relaxed as you're going to sleep, but at this point, you allow the body to go to sleep and you allow the mind to stay awake. And one of the aspects that happens is you kind of go back and forth, usually between theta and delta, is that you can put an intention into your consciousness that will go deeply into your mind and be available to you when you wake up. It's almost a kind of self-hypnosis. So you're actually able to choose an intention for yourself. So I have an intention for us today. It's kind of a basic one. I'd like you to close your eyes, sit up straight, go inward. Maybe have your feet on the ground or legs crossed if you're sitting down. Press into the sits bones, extend up through the crown, and notice your breath coming in and out. The rise and falling of your chest. I'm going to say an intention, and then I invite you to say it 3 times to yourself. I'm content with myself as I am. Now, gently holding that intention, opening the eyes. I wonder if anybody had a little yes, but. Would you raise your hand if there was a little yes, but? Okay, a couple of you. You know, often we say, I'm content with myself as I am, but I'd like to lose a few pounds. I'm content with myself as I am, but I could use a little more money. I'm content with myself as I am, but I don't like wearing a mask. I'm content with myself as I am, but I really love this person. I'm content with myself as I am, but I'm cold. So this is a wonderful generic intention, which we'll use today. And I invite you to just allow it to sink in. I will say it to you. And I'm going to add, I'm content with myself as I am in this moment. And what that does is bring us right here. What's wrong with this? We have a lovely group of people together on a Sunday morning. There's a wonderful smell of flowers in the air. There's a soft breeze. We've had beautiful music. As Maria said, we're among friends. We're open-hearted and choose to be here. I'm content with myself as I am in this moment. So, Yoga Nidra is a technique, a series of techniques to bring us into the presence, into the moment where we feel centered and whole in ourselves as we are. That doesn't mean that we might have some goals or some things that we're moving toward, but it means in this moment and all along every other moment. So, some of the techniques I'm going to be using some cards from the Amrit Yoga method. And there's some techniques I'll just let you know. So there's no, first of all, we're going to do a modern one, which is used in the children's yoga nidra called temper tantrum. And I'll invite you all to stand up and have a little temper tantrum, just to let out whatever's going on. And then we'll close our eyes, and you can choose to either sit in a chair or sit on a cushion or lie down on the floor or the mat. There's a few mats there. Then we'll do a technique which is it's called. I'm looking here which one we're going to do. I think we'll do bumblebee breath. And bumblebee breath is similar to what Maria introduced in the beginning. We'll do an om, and we'll just continue. So let's try it together. Breathing in. Om. And then can you breathe in again? Mm. And again, you can go up and down. Mm. Mm. Good. And notice as you let the sound dissipate the vibration that it creates in the body. It's one of the techniques for our practice. And then we'll do something called the counting breath, which takes you through the marma points in the body. And the marma points, there's 61 of them. They really follow the meridians. And I'll just ask you to, in your imagination, move through your body, through each finger, up and down the legs, each leg coming back up the center. And this is, again, the 61 points in ancient, maybe 6,000 years. They found it in ancient Sanskrit texts, this technique used by the yogis to relax completely. And we'll do a counting breath. I may shorten it up a bit because of time, but we'll see if we have time for the counting breath, where you breathe very slowly, tuning into the breath. Then I'll introduce the intention, and then we'll come out. And it really is following this. We're present and awake, and then we close our eyes, we go inward. We start with inhaling and exhaling, watching our breath moving down. And in this lower place between usually delta and theta, we place the intention, and then we come back up. So make your, well, first of all, let's everybody stand up. And shake out your body a little bit. Open up, relax. Close your eyes, come to a steady position. Clasp your fingers very tightly in a fist. Bend your knees. Get ready. We're going to have a little temper tantrum. 1, 2, 3. Stamp your feet. There you go. Oh, okay. Stop. Feel the movement of energy. Now, this time, let's add a sound. Keep your eyes closed. You can do whatever you want. Everything's in, nothing's out. Okay? Clench your fist, bend your knees, get ready. Stop. Close your eyes. Feel the movement of energy that's been generated in your body. It's alive. That's your prana, your shakti, alive and well. And inhale. Exhale. Ah. Inhale. Exhale. Ah. And we'll do it one more time. Clench the fists, bend the knees. Ready and go. Stop. Again, relax the hands, relax the shoulders, go inward. Feel the movement of energy. Inhale. Exhale. Ah. And again, inhale. Exhale. Ah. And slowly, as a meditation in motion, make your way to a seated position or a lying down position that's comfortable for you. And I'm not sure if you want to move the camera. I'm going to go down if that makes a difference. So when I say make yourself supremely comfortable, it's generally a good idea if you're sitting to place your feet left and right. If you're lying down, your feet are about 1.5 feet apart. Find a comfortable place for your arms, either resting on your knees or your thighs. You could be a little well, it depends on your body. If you're comfortable with a straight spine, you could come forward sitting straight. Or if it's more comfortable to lean back, allow your buttocks to come way back in the chair so that you're comfortable. And again, make yourself supremely comfortable. Closing the eyes, going inward. Be still. Let go of all thoughts, worry, and tension. Give yourself fully to a higher power. Relax, trust, let go. Breathe in fully and exhale with a deep sigh. Ah. And again, breathe in fully and exhale with a deep sigh. Ah. Let go even more. Feel a deep sense of contentment and peace in your heart. I'm content with myself as I am in this moment. As we enter Yoga Nidra, remain as motionless as possible. If you need to make any adjustment with your body, do so mindfully and return to stillness. Resolve to remain awake, staying in touch with the sound of my voice. Allow any disturbances, external or internal, to draw you more deeply within. Now shift from thinking and doing to feeling and being. Do absolutely nothing from now on. Drop into the deepest sense of tranquility. Now you are in direct communication with your energy body. Now direct your full attention to your breath. Create no struggle around breathing. Use the breath to relieve any tensions. Slowly deepen your inhalations and exhalations. Let your breath flow in a steady, uniform, unbroken stream. Continue until I ask you to stop. Let your attention be totally connected to your breath as it flows in and out. Bring all of your attention to the expansion and contraction of your abdomen as you breathe deeply in and out. With each exhalation, release all tension held in the body. Let go. Breathe out any holdings in the body. Use your breath to progressively enter a deeper level of stillness and silence. Be absorbed in the sound of your own breath. Let yourself be more relaxed and content with each breath. Now allow your breath to return to normal. Feel the energetic impact of the breath in the form of pulsations. Your attention allows the energy field in the body to grow and expand. Experience it. Let your mind melt and merge in the river of energy flowing through your body. Drop into that silent space where all doing stops. Awareness growing and expanding. Follow my guidance as we move our attention through different parts of the body. As I guide you from point to point, remain in non-doing, silent awareness. Resolve to yourself to stay alert and awake. Now bring your attention to the brow center between the two eyebrows, pit of the throat, right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. wrist, elbow, shoulder, pit of the throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, thumb, left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger, wrist, elbow, left shoulder, pit of the throat, middle of the chest, right side of the chest, middle of the chest, left side of the chest, middle of the chest, navel point, middle of the pubic bone, right hip, right knee, right ankle, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe, ankle, knee, hip, middle of the pubic bone, left hip, knee, ankle, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe, ankle, knee, hip, middle of the pubic bone, navel point, middle of the chest, pit of the throat, and back to the brow center. Gather your attention at the brow center. Vast stillness and silence. Resting with contentment in the vastness. Whatever comes into your field of awareness, stay present without comment. Witness it as it floats by like a cloud in the sky. Remain empty and free. Free yourself and feel yourself as transcendent presence right now. Now allow yourself to receive the following intention as I repeat it. Feel every cell of your body receiving these words. I am content with myself as I am in this moment. I'm content with myself as I am in this moment. I'm content with myself as I am in this moment. Establish yourself firmly in faith and trust. Now you are prepared from the base of who you are to carry out interactions with life and interpersonal relationships. You are power of love and the source within. You are an emissary of light and love. Carry it everywhere you go and to everyone you meet. If you have an area that you feel needs healing, physical, mental, or emotional, allow this light and love to flow into that area now. I am content with myself as I am in this moment, this wonderful moment. Begin to become aware of the rising and falling of the breath. Slowly feel yourself beginning to rise to the surface of awareness. Sense your body resting or sitting on the chair or floor. Feel the quality of the air as it touches your skin. Very gradually, with your eyes closed, you can begin to move as if waking from a long sleep. Take your time, perhaps wiggling your fingers, your toes, shifting your weight forward and back, perhaps stretching as if you're waking from a long yogic sleep. Take your time. Become aware of your body and bring a deep sense of peace and contentment with you. Closing the eyes, notice how relaxed the body is, how soft the breath is, how silent the mind is, how quiet the heartbeat is. Be still and be grateful. Know that you can easily return here again and again. Simply pause throughout your day. Go inward. Allow yourself to feel the contentment of this moment, this wonderful moment. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, slowly allow your palms to rise, turning and facing one another, Bring your palms together at the heart, feeling the warmth as they touch one another. And we'll close with a single Om, breathing in deeply. Om. Allowing your palms to come down, gently opening the eyes. Jai Bhagwan. Victory to the spirit. Namaste. Thank you all for being here. And this will be on YouTube, so you could do it again if you care to. Thank you.
It's a miracle. I'm speechless. Really very, very beautiful. Thank you. It's so rich to return to the state of meditation that so many of our spiritual aspirations and our relationships and our dances and our sacred intentions, they're all about feeling the state of oneness and deep peace within. I mean, that's really it, isn't it? Sharing deep peace. So, mahalo. And I'm wondering, everything's a little different this morning in terms of our order, which is fine. We're trusting our intuition. I'm wondering if anyone has a miracle or ordinary that they would like to share. And that is, by way of description, it's something that's extraordinary because you didn't expect it or you set your intention and it came true. And so it can be an out and out miracle where mountains move, as we've spoken about in here before. But it could also be something simple in that a check came in the mail or a friend apologized or something like that. So who has a miracle or ordinary? Pasha?
Okay, gets aimed right. Well, one of our sources of abundance, Rob and me, in our retirement, is we have an Airbnb unit, the downstairs of our home, and we've just been experiencing such amazing kindness from the people who've stayed in our apartment recently. It's just shocking, and the first shockingly wonderful miracle concerned the refrigerator. The refrigerator in our ohana works just fine, but like many metal objects in Kona, it's gotten rusty. There's just the general level of humidity is such that the outsides had started to look pretty crummy, and the people are paying good money to stay in our place, so it was bothering me, and I was trying to figure out how to solve this problem.
without inconveniencing anybody. Well, the guests who were staying in the apartment when this miracle occurred, it is a family of 3. The parents are originally from Palestine, and it was the second time they'd stayed with us. So we already had kind of a special relationship with them. And when they were getting ready to check out, they called me down. I didn't understand, well, why do they need me to inspect it? We trust them. We know it'll be fine. But when they brought me into the kitchen, and the man had repainted the refrigerator. It turns out in an earlier job, he was responsible for an apartment complex, and he learned all sorts of skills to make a place look good after, either natural forces or human forces had caused something to be damaged or not look as great as it could. So he knew just how to do it, how to tape everything and sand it. And when I first saw it, I thought it was a new refrigerator. And the second shockingly wonderful miracle is still in process right now, because the next guests, the man is originally from Uzbekistan, the woman from New York City. So just being able to meet these people and get to know them is a gift in itself. But they turn out to be incredible cat lovers. And they actually imported their cat from Uzbekistan to New York. They so loving towards cats. And we've had a problem recently, about the last 3-4 weeks, of a stray cat that keeps coming onto our property.